What is up, guys? I'm Soulkissed. I'm here with another tarot reading, and the theme is what we can improve in 2021. So I split it into two groups. So this is gonna take a second, I think, so feel free to grab some tea. I'm drinking right now this Yogi tea, Christmas tea, because it's the day after Christmas. And I wish you could guys see it up close. It's like this cute Santa in a turban, and like it's so cute. And he has like a little medicine bag, and there's like a bunch of herbs around him. It's a really good vibe. So I just felt like I felt called to share that. But anyways, back to the reading. We should get started with the two groups. There's two groups. So they're split into group number one, which is this tiger's eye crystal. And group number two, which is this, I think it's selenite. No, it is not selenite. Fluorite, maybe? I'm not sure, because I found this on a mountain in a hike once in the Middle East. But it's this clear, nice, almost quartzy kind of looking crystal. It's really beautiful. Really good energy, really good vibes. So, real quick reminder, if you feel free to support this channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe to it. We have the decks down below in the description box if you guys are interested in those. And if you would like to book a reading, if you feel like this resonates after, also feel free to do that in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for your support, and let's get started. Okay, so group number one, let me move this here. Group number one, we have Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. Crow Spirit, co-create with spirit. Procreate with spirit. Possibilities, another bird, interesting. Fighting. Mind. And beyond illusion. And then we have these mini teeny tiny tarot deck cards that are the traditional tarot cards. So we'll have to see about all of these. We have Ace of Wands, the Star, Page of Swords, and the Devil. I feel called to put that one in reverse. I have a new deck with this one, so I'm still not deciding like how it wants to be read. So we'll see if it likes the whole reversals or not. Okay. So what stood out to me right away is this fighting card. And I feel like you guys have been going through 2020 in a very kind of in a warrior mindset. And I feel if you guys can see this card, you see that he is like decked out in armor, okay? And all of this armor, it's the nails and the bolts and everything that holds it together is starting to rust. And it's starting to slowly get worn out from like all of the fighting it's been doing all of this past year. I feel like 2020 specifically has been playing a lot of mind games with you guys, leaving you guys super paranoid, super anxious, even some of you depressed, a little bit of depression, and creating anxiety of like, if this is how it's gonna stay, you know? And with the fighting, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this can be fighting, a lot of it is internal, right? And it's an internal fight over, how do you say it? Like claiming your mind. Like there's a battle going on in your head of your, like if this, okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but there's these two cloud people fighting over a cloud castle. And if this castle was a kingdom, then your kingdom would be like your mental space. So right now you're going through, and in 2020, but like now, especially because we're shifting into 2021 energy, right? You're going into a battle over who gets claim and reign over your kingdom, your mental kingdom, your mental space. And you guys, I feel like he's like going like this, and he's clenching so tightly onto what he wants, whatever he wants, that his knuckles are turning white. And that's like one of the very specific details that stand out in this card, especially in the deck and the book that they claim it. But I feel like that whole energy, this energy of like turning yourself white or blue, it's coming from an anger that is so bottled up and misdirected, misguided, because it is an anger that comes from fear. So anger is actually a defense mechanism for fear, which is, again, note the armor. You guys are defending a fear that you have. And this fear is a fear that comes from subconscious beliefs that are stemmed in feeling not good enough, feeling shameful or guilty about something that hasn't been healed. And all of these, it's from the past, and it's from how you've handled things in the past and your whole digestion of experiences in the past. And yeah, it's been a poor digestion of the things that have happened to you in your past, and the poor digestion of any reflection and any way that you've interpreted a past event comes from the mind. Our digestion of our life experiences happens in the mind. And so what I'm hearing right now is that you need to cleanse the mind. You need to go on a detox. You need to go on a diet and clear out your mind. You see how this mind space right now, it's super congested and it's overworked. And you see how it's like all these chimneys growing out of her head because they're trying, a chimney's job, if you think about it, is to get out the smoke and the dim, the smoke, the dust, the things that would be toxic for your lungs if you were to stay in your house and you were to breathe it in, right? You can't breathe clearly. In the same way, you can't think clearly, so much so that your body and your body's trying to compensate by like creating new chimneys in a way of like trying to help expel those dark thoughts, those negative thoughts. And it's like it's like those gears and gadgets and gizmos, they keep on grinding and they keep on going, and those negative thoughts are that you're not getting to the root cause of what's creating that. And because of that, those keep on spiraling out of control. They keep on building up within another. So it's like your body's just going to keep on trying so hard to work to keep you healthy and to keep you on, to keep your body clear of these negative toxins. But if your brain is the one creating them, then it can only work with what you give it, right? So you have to go handle it at the root of things. So for a lot of you, that can mean different things. Actually going on physical detox helps clear out your physical temple so much. Look into TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, or Ayurveda for that. But a lot of this is reprogramming subconscious belief, rerouting your thoughts. A lot of you think that your thoughts have power over you, that your brain has power over you. And in Buddhism, we call this the monkey mind, like a mind that's just full of chatter and will just talk with things that aren't even necessarily true, things that come from the ego, things that come from the subconscious mind that doesn't have our best intentions. And right now, these two cards are sandwiched between two really good cards, Possibilities and Beyond Illusion. Beyond Illusion, I'm looking at the third eye here. So it's like, I know a lot of you are trying to get in touch with your third eye and the spiritual gifts that are accessible to you once you access and open your third eye. And those the possibilities for you will open up in 2021 if you're able to access this third eye energy and completely open it and completely, it's like this butterfly, you see? It's like super open and just like open your wings, expanding and letting your true self just hatch out of the, what is it called? Cocoon, is it? I'm forgetting English. LOL. But that is because, Gesundheit. But that is because the blockage of those energies is your mind. Is this, if you guys, I'm thinking of, if you guys have ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's like that town that they go to that's on the water, and it's supposed to be a very beautiful town, and it's so congested, and there's all these toxins in the water, and it's grimy, and it's like muddy, but it's like slimy, and there's like this green gunk that like has surfaced on the water, and you can't even see how clear and blue it is underneath. It's like completely polluted. You have a polluted mind right now, and it's like you can't even think clearly. Like a lot of you have brain fog, or like loss of memory, or even a loss of like a sense of self, or remembering who you are in like happier times and how to access that person, which has been worrisome for a lot of you, and has only added to more of these anxious thoughts I'm feeling. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. You guys gotta access that part of you within that does not change at all. There is a part of us, there is a consciousness in each and every one of us that is completely unshakable, that is completely unmovable, and is always there for us to access. But when the more sludge and the gunk that we have that's surfaced, right, in our lives, it's harder to access, it's harder to see it, it's harder to feel like it's even there. And the fruits of your labor are like less healthy, they're less enjoyable, they're less abundant, because again, it's like in that episode, all those fish that they try to that they try to like harvest, they're all like mutated, they're like not clean at all to eat. And it's creating this cycle of, you have this polluted mind, and then it creates polluted fruit, or like the fruits of your labor become unhealthy, or less abundant, or not what you expected, not what you imagined, not what would feed your higher self. And so it feeds more thoughts that provoke the lower self, provoke these polluted thoughts, and then it just comes back right up on top. So it just cycles through, and it feeds off of each other. So you have to get to the root. You have to find this unshakable part of yourself that exists, and that's like the root of everyone's neshama, the root of everyone's soul, right? So, and the way to do that is through meditation, and understanding how to become the observer of your thoughts, understanding that thoughts are really just that thoughts, and our brain exists with the intention to become our servant, right? And it's meant to serve us. It's meant to serve your higher self. The brain has been there to help your neshama, your soul, navigate through the real world, and to help it strengthen its mission, and to help it live out its mission, to help you create the words that you use to speak that align with your truth, to help you create the inventions and all these things that serve humanity. The brain can be a beautiful tool, but right now you're so used to using it in this way that was meant to debilitate you, and it comes from the past, that you no longer are aware that it is this tool that can actually benefit you. A lot of you are afraid of your own mind. This and that are true. So I'm seeing that with Dolphin Spirit, you're in this place right now where the negative thoughts that you have, maybe a lot of you watching this are kind of like, okay, but like, yes, but these negative thoughts hold truth, or these negative thoughts are right. Like this year hasn't been my year. I haven't been doing what I wanted. I can't do what I want. It's impossible now for me. This shows that I'm not abundant. This shows that I'm not good enough, that I'm not smart enough, that I'm not pretty enough, whatever it is, that I'm not powerful enough. And Dolphin Spirit is here to remind you that if you hold that to be true, then it will be true. There is a difference between if you don't meditate enough, and you come to a place where you think your brain has so much power over you. You come to a place where you think that any thought you have is truth. But once you start meditating, once you start learning how to become the observer of your thoughts and separate from your thoughts, you understand that a thought can come and a negative thought can come, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that it is a thought that is your truth. I'm having right now these thoughts that come up, and I'm able to like see them when they come. And let's say like I had a thought today that was a worry that like, what if I don't get any subscribers on my YouTube channel or any likes or whatever, and like no one likes it and doesn't resonate and whatever. I got to a point now in my spiritual journey where I can stop those thoughts and observe them and look at them and evaluate them and say, okay, this thought came up, but I know that my truth is that I'm abundant, that my truth is that I'm powerful enough, and that I'm a bright enough soul that helps people, that attracts people, like-minded souls. And I know that that is available for me. And I know just from that being my core truth, I know that these thoughts don't align with that. Therefore, this can't be my truth. And that comes from, it's a muscle. It doesn't come from like one day you wake up and it just starts happening. It comes from constantly working with your mind. And the key word's with your mind. Like, a lot of you might be afraid of these negative thoughts when they come up and don't want to look at them, don't want to face them, but you have to incorporate them into your life and say like, okay, fear just came up. What do you have to say, fear? Like, what's the concern that you have? Because it is a part of you. And the dark parts of ourselves, a lot of us don't know how to integrate that with our whole self. And so it starts gaining power over us because we start fearing it, we start worrying about it, we start listening to it because we're fearing it. And so the more and more you avoid it, the more and more power it grows over you. So it is best to confront those feelings. A lot of you should just journal. Whenever you're feeling like this, cry, let it out, go in your room, take a bubble bath, cry, listen to healing music, talk to your neshama, talk to your soul, and journal on, while talking to your neshama, on what you're feeling. A lot of you writing is very releasing, so I would say that's going to be very helpful. Transformation just popped out. So as I was saying that, transformation just popped out. So that is confirmation for me that that's exactly what you guys need to be doing right now. And then once you get to that point, you can co-create with spirit. And I'm thinking that the devil card, the devil is like our shadow side, right? I was like very unsure if I should put that one in reverse or not. And I think looking back in hindsight, the reason why I was so uncertain of that was because I didn't know. It's because you guys haven't made up your mind. You guys, this is just to say, so right now I'll put the card like this, like horizontally, because I'm just not sure. Because it's up to you guys. You guys can flip this script however you want. You guys can flip 2021 into however you want. And I'm seeing it if you do, there's Ace of Wands, a bunch of opportunities. Again, possibilities. I'm going to put this with the possibilities card. The Star, which is a beautiful, beautiful blessings. Your guys' biggest block right now is not the mind inherently in itself, but it's thinking that the mind has more power over you. And right now, you're in a place where you sincerely believe that your mind has more power than your actual soul, which is not true. So I would say journal on who your soul is. Who are you? Who are you in your deepest, truest self, your unshakable self? Question who you are with your values. What are your values? What do you value in other people? What do you value in yourself? What do you strive to harness and encourage in your own life? These are super vital questions that you need to ask. I'm going to pull some more. I'm going to pull more from here. Let's see. And a lot of you can be a beginner at this, but that's okay. Like, everyone has to start from somewhere. So this is going to be the start of a new chapter in your spiritual journey, which is going to affect, I think a lot of people don't understand this, but like when you change one aspect of your spiritual journey, or when you evolve or devolve spiritually, everything else, it's like the butterfly effect. Everything else in your life changes for the better, going with the flow. So in this card, it's a lot of watery, a lot of emotions. Go with the flow of your emotions. Let them be there. Let them happen. Don't judge them. Don't judge your emotions. Don't judge the doubt. And a lot of you can be reading like Instagram posts and stuff, you know, like those like positive affirmations or like astrology things. They're saying like everything from today is gonna be different now, and like you're stronger, and like all these things. For a lot of you, that can be creating more anxiety because you're like, I'm not there yet. Like you'll just read it coming from a state of lack, and you're like, that's not me. Like I should be there, but I'm not there, and like I'm not in this energy. So I'm maybe like I'm a fake spiritual person. I'm not doing this right, or I'm not helpable. Like I can't be changed. My problem can't be solvable. So I'm hearing to like get away from that. If you guys need to take social media detox, do that. Do that 150 million%. I did it. I deleted TikTok for a second. I had like a bunch of followers on TikTok, and become a parent for yourself. Abundance. Learn self-discipline. Learn tough love. You know, we all have addictions. If you're addicted to social media, understand that it's not serving your best self, and you need to cut off from it for a second. Even if you journal and like wrote a letter to like TikTok or wrote a letter to Instagram being like I love you, you make me feel this and this and this, and like you help me connect with my friends and all these things, but like right now you've been really toxic for me, and like do that, burn it, release it, let it sit there. I'm gonna pull another one from the Animal Spirit deck. Give number one. I can improve. Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things, and Chameleon Spirit, act as if. For tend to the small things, that's showing me that you guys really need to get to a point where so you're at a point right now where every single thought serves your ego or this state of lack or this negative self, this darker self. And it affirms all of those limiting beliefs. What you need to do now is tend to the small things and catch every single thought and have a mini conversation with it in your head. Being like, okay, let's say the thought is, I don't know, you're gonna fail out of college, let's say. So you say like, okay, thanks for coming here. Like, what is your inquiry? Kind of like, what's your concern? And they say like, I'm worried that you're gonna fail out of college. I'm worried that you're gonna become nothing. And then you're gonna never make enough money. That you're gonna be a failure. That your parents aren't gonna be proud of you. Blah 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 blah. They're like, okay, thank you, but I know my future better than you do. I know what I'm capable more than you are, and I know that I can work really hard in a way that is nurturing for me, that I am capable of anything, that I'm abundant, and that I am powerful enough to change, and that I'm powerful enough and I'm deserving enough of all things that make me good and all things that make me happy. And like literally, like you have to do that, because you're rerouting your whole mind, and doing that is going to take a lot of like, meticulous, like not tedious, but like really detail oriented work. And it might feel like annoying at some parts, because it's gonna happen so frequently in your day, and you're not gonna notice it until like you start applying this assignment into your life. But you have to rewrite your subconscious beliefs, and that is the only way to like get to it at its core and alchemize and transmute that energy into something that aligns with your core truth. So that's all I'm seeing for you guys. You guys are definitely like the magicians right now in your own lives, but you have to believe it, and you have to act as if you are. And you have to act like you know it, because you do. It's almost like it's like reverse. It's like the things that you know you should believe, like your core beliefs and like how your neshama is and all these things, they're living up here because you're like intaking it here, right? All these people are saying it and it's resonating in the headspace. Like, I know I should feel this, but then all the negative self-beliefs like are actually instilled in your core. So you have to like transmute it and take that stuff out. Detox. I hope that resonated with you guys. If you guys feel called to book a reading, feel free to do so in the link down below. Like, share, subscribe. I have my PayPal down below if you guys feel called to support the channel. No expectations at all. It's just something that, for those of you who want to receive the give and take that I give in this channel, I would be super appreciative of that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, pile number 2. So if you chose this clear crystal mountain rock, oh, I didn't even notice the candle went out. Oh, there you go. Then this reading is for you. So let's see what we got here real quick. I never know how to pronounce this word. Stag, stage, stag, I don't know. Take the lead. That's the first card you got, so that's really bomb. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Ooh, I'm getting excited about this energy. Okay, butterfly. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. The burden. Flowering. The lovers. I haven't seen that card in a while. And projections, I also haven't seen that card in a while. Okay, so you guys have a lot. These are the mini teeny tiny tarot decks. So we'll see what we got here. We have the Chariot, 5 of Swords, and Knight of Swords, and the Tower. You guys are you guys are starting off this year, this 2021, with really good energy, like really sure of yourself, sure of who you are, strong values, and strong sense of hope. You guys are very spiritual, and you know how powerful your energy is. You know how influential you can be on the world and the environment around you. So a lot of you are really good manifestors, amazing creators, and really putting really genuine power into your work. And you guys have a mission, and you know that you are here to authentically help the people around you. I'm looking at the butterfly spirit and how there's like millions of other butterflies sprouting out of her, and you guys are this one butterfly, like helping your energy that you emit from your soul, from your solar plexus. It pours out and just spreads and infects like everyone around you. And you guys, a lot of you have a really good soul tribe, a really good gang that like you connect well with. And for those of you who don't, maybe some of you are just starting this energy, and maybe a lot of you have lost a lot of friends, lost a lot of people close to you in 2020, but that was all to make room for your soul tribe. I'm hearing like, let it happen. If it takes some time, let that happen. And it might be like a slow trickle of like, okay, I met this person here, and then a couple months later, maybe you'll meet someone else that's also really cool that you think would really get along with this other person that you met before, and like you'll slowly collect your soul tribe. A lot of you are into like community, like building community centered around music, like a lot of festival energy. I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are like very celebratory souls, like will find any excuse to like just get out there and celebrate life with others. Like you guys are so like positive and so balanced, and like really like a lot of you are in tune with your sexuality, are very sensual, and a lot of your mission, a part of your mission on this earth is to help others express their sensuality and help others own that part of themselves that's been, rejected in human beings for so long and like taboo. With the Lovers card, I'm picking up that for some of you, it's like soulmate, twin flame kind of stuff that you guys are going to be getting in 2021. And that will severely improve, can I say it like that? Like drastically improve your 2021 experience. But if you see, it's like two people here, and then the heart is like two people hugging, and I'm noticing, for me, that's telling me that this energy is available to you guys, this soulmate twin flame energy, but it's only accessible if you unite your heart space. If you learn how to befriend your heart space and like compassionately, empathetic, like have compassion and empathy for yourself. There is a burden that has been weighing you guys down. Like, so you're very light energy, you're very like friendly, very outgoing, you make people so happy and just want to be around you all the time. But what a lot of people don't know, and maybe some of you even don't know, is that there is this deeper part of yourself that's carrying really heavy baggage. And it's a baggage that has been collected throughout the years from different people, from different experiences. And some of you may even think that they're not even really that related, but I'm hearing that there is a core pattern that has attracted those lessons. Every single pain, every single trauma we went through is a lesson, is meant to be a lesson, and is designed to be that way. And the reason why you guys are still carrying that is because you're not seeing the lesson, you're not seeing the pattern, you're not seeing how it all relates and correlates. And some of you even are just kind of like, well, like I'm supposed to be the person of love and light. I'm supposed to be the easygoing person, the fun-loving person. Like I don't have space, or I cannot be the person that decides to isolate themselves for a week because they're so sad, or stop hanging out with people for the sake of my emotional past, trying to heal that, because healing it is feeling that pain, and healing it is like confronting it, which a lot of you are almost afraid to do. Like very, very, it's like that doesn't align with the person that you want to be. So you kind of taking it in this perspective, like, so why would I like feed any energy into that if why would I feed any energy into that if it's not the person who I want to be? But the whole thing is that if you're not tending to this core weight that's dragging you down, your soul cannot fully express itself. You cannot fully express your light, and you cannot fully help people fully see and show them that it's okay to show their true selves, even if it's not the prettiest of colors, even if it's not the lightest of situations. You have to confront. Right now you're like this projections card is telling me that like you're almost feeling like you have this brand that you need to like show to other people, or like that you need to fulfill, because it's who you are, and you know that that's who you are in your core. Like you do have a strong sense of who you are at your core, but residing in the core is also this emotional baggage, because you've suppressed it for so long and for so many times, and your energy's so strong that you've been able to hold it down there for so long. But it's like it's slowly trying to come in. It's trying to come in And it's trying to, because it wants you to confront it, because your soul wants you to heal, and to heal you have to confront this negative energy. And if you choose to not confront this energy, Tower card, you're gonna get the Tower. You're gonna get a big old tower slapping you out of your tower, out of your comfort zone, out of this structure that you built for yourself, this brand. For lack of a better word, I'm saying brand. And that will be with the intention to slap out this projection that you're giving other people, that you're even giving to yourself, like in the mirror, like lying to yourself of like what's truly underneath all of it, and to reveal the true self. And this is tied to a mission that you have to show other people that it's okay to show their true selves, and that they can lay all out their ugly and still be loved, and still be understood, and still be unconditionally accepted by a community of people. You're here to harness that community. And only then, only when you confront this part of yourself, will like your garden be able to blossom, and you can attract higher love on a deeper level with yourself and with others. And also, like, I'm hearing like connecting and like communicating. I really don't talk like this usually, like twin flame soulmates and all this stuff, so I understand that this is like more like your guys' realm, but also like connecting to different consciousnesses and like communicating with guides and different entities that I'm not personally so much into, but I definitely see it in you guys. And that will only be accessible if you deal with the baggage. I'm going to shuffle another card for group number 2. What they can improve in 2021. Compromise. You guys are getting a lot of cards that have like at least 2 people in it. There's 3 cards with 2 people in it, and then actually no, 4, because the other one just has a rooster on the guy's head. But there's a lot of duality that you guys have to play around with, and a lot of people are going to be coming in your life to teach you these lessons. The Tower moment, if you guys don't watch yourselves, the Tower moment will perhaps maybe be with another person. For some of you, you'll find your twin flame or your soulmate or whatever, and you're not going to be prepared, and then the Tower may happen with them. Courage. So you see how the Courage card, it's like all these stones, and this flower sprouts out of this stone, and it's like, it's interesting because the stone is not a foundation where flowers usually grow. It's a really rigid environment. It's hard for anything to grow in there, anything to sprout. But this flower does the impossible, first of all. But second of all, it can only do that because it's trusted in itself as a seed. It trusts that it can sprout out into something. And also, it's flexible and it's fragile and it's gentle enough to come out of something so rigid. So I'm saying that the rigidness is your guys's approach to that baggage that you have, and that part of yourself that you almost like you've kind of abandoned. And the daisy that comes out of it is the new formation of who you will be once you learn to accept this part of yourself, once you lovingly become open and hold compassion and accept yourself for all of it, absolutely all of it. Duality is super important for you guys. You guys need to learn how to harness the bad with the good. Yin Yang is a super sacred symbol, and if you guys look into it, it's supposed to be the bad mixed with the good, and the good mixed with the bad. There is never just the two. like living separately. They always live together. They always live in unison. And for you guys to reject one half of that is to reject yourself completely, your true self entirely. Ripeness and nothingness. Now is the right time to start doing this. Fruit is falling. You are ready. You gotta be ready to like start tackling this, because time is passing. And if you don't do it now, it's gonna affect your life in a really harsh wake-up call. And nothingness. This is my favorite card in the deck, and it's my favorite card in the deck because I used to be so afraid of nothingness. I used to be so afraid of the dark. I used to hate deserts. I went to a desert and I was like, there's nothing here. And one day, the first day that I started living in a desert for about a year, we did this sort of meditation outside, and I just, on my end, there was just nothing. There was just blank, pitch black nothingness. And the only thing you could see was like this red light from a tower, like way far away, but that was it. And the silence there in the desert is like nothing else. It's like nothing else you've ever experienced before. And what's funny is that we're so afraid of nothingness, and we're so afraid of this darkness. And it's mostly because we don't know it's there. It's a fear of the unknown, right? And that's how you guys feel about your true core inside that you're afraid to confront. You guys, it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be scary. But the point is holding the faith and the hope and understanding that you will blossom out of it into a flower. You're in seed mode right now. Once you get in here, you're gonna be in seed mode. You're gonna be in the scary dark night of a soul part where you're like, am I gonna come out of this alive even? Am I gonna come out of this better? Am I gonna come out of this stronger, or is this going to take over me? And that is what the beauty is, because it is in nothingness that everything is born. It's in Kabbalah, it's in the Big Bang Theory. Out of nothingness is where the possibility, is where the possibility for everything is available. Transformation is beautiful, and be fearless and be bold. Be fearless. You got to dive head first into this, or else you will get the tower. I feel so like it doesn't, like me alone, like whatever, I'd not like keep on threatening with the tower, but like that message is coming so strong. Like the tower is just like piercing me in the eyes, like, yo, the tower, the tower, the tower. Zap you out of your place. And this is your place. You got to welcome it with open arms, with no judgment, with compassion and understanding, and just let it be there. I'm going to shuffle another animal spirit deck before we end this. I'll actually do two. How we conclude our 2021. Okay, we have Otter Spirit, you are never alone, and Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. You are never alone. Dude, I cannot make this up. I swear to God. It's two entities hugging each other inside a heart. Love is at the core of all of this. So much duality, so much, like, this has to be self-compassion. You have to prove to yourself that you're not going to abandon yourself. And the part of yourself that's been abandoned for so long, it's hurting and it's sad and it's alone and it's not feeling like it's included in part of your picture, in part of your life plan, in part of your whole being, because it's not. And you have to include it, you have to accept it, you have to welcome it, because that is the only way you're going to get this. It's the only way. And now is the time for it. You guys gotta start doing that. Journaling. If you're feeling upset about something and it triggers you about something, and you get this slight like feather tickle of a feeling that you need to cry, or that you're upset about it or anxious or whatever, let it be there. Let it be there. And you guys, a lot of you are afraid that you'll be abandoned if you do that, but I don't see that. I don't see that. entity, the only energy that has abandonment energy here is like your lighter self with your darker self. That's it. Because everything here has been in pairs. There is not an energy that is alone. Time for beginner mind. You have to, time for beginner mind. A lot of you, your ego's telling you like, but you're spiritual enough. Like you don't need to go through all this stuff. This is like Dark Night of the Soul might sound like something for beginners or people who are just starting and just awaken them to their spiritual journey. Or might, part of your ego might feel like offended of this idea that like you're not like fully elevated yet or like fully there yet, as if there is like a destination. I mean there's not, but like, you know, and it's just understand that it's your ego, and you have to learn how to set your ego aside, because the ego, what's funny is that the ego like really leaks its way into a spiritual narrative also. So be careful about that and understand that beginner mind, a lot of times the beginner mind is the best mind to keep, because you're the most open to things, you're the most receptive, you're the most curious, the most able to learn. Yeah. So that's all I'm seeing for pile number 2. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe down below. If you guys want to book a reading, that link is also down below in the description box. Please also, if you feel called to give a little and donate a little bit to the channel to support it, that'd be super appreciated. Really not expected at all, but always appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget, I left the decks. If you guys are interested in the decks, I put those down below as well. And I'll come to you guys soon with another reading.